Alright, welcome everyone. You're watching the HP Trophy. This is the semi-finals, and this is the first time I will be casting this tournament. Hopefully not the last time. I was just actually watching a little bit of the matches. We had Lucifron and Vortex just play against Mana and Thorzane. And there is a French stream, and there is another stream. I'm not sure if it's Polish or Russian one, but basically I was talking to the guy in charge and asking him if there is an English stream, to which he replied, if you want to cast, you can. So I loaded up my stream, and here I am. I'm gonna try to bring you those games, cast them for you in English. This is the second semifinals of the day. In the first semifinals, Vortex and Lucifron, they beat Mana and Thorzane, who took second in the previous HP Trophy, so they were able to eliminate them this time. And the finals will be the Spanish team against either BlyNerchio, who won the previous HP Trophy, or Real and Daishi. We're gonna have to see how it works out here. For those of you who are not familiar with this tournament, it's team versus team basically, and two players. Oh, I cannot use any overlay for this. I just noticed, sorry. Yeah, so two players versus two players. First we have a 2v2, and then we have 4 1v1. Each player play against everyone else. So it's pretty interesting format. I think no other tournament use a similar format. Let me know in the chat if everything's okay regarding sound and everything, please. But yeah, actually I did play in this tournament with Red, but we had a couple bad games, I guess, and we were eliminated in the group stages. We barely did not make it. But we actually beat Nerchio and Bly, who in the group stage, I think we beat them with 3-0. And they won the last season, and I mean, they're in semi this time, so they're a pretty good team. But yeah, sadly for us, we were not able to advance. And yeah, Nerchio, I just realized now, he's playing Terran. I think Terran and Zerg in 2v2 seems to be the best combo. And the second best seems to be Protoss and Zerg maybe, but I've never seen Terran versus Protoss in StarCraft 2. I know that in Brood War it was very good. So we're gonna have to see exactly what they choose to do here. I mean, I know that Zerg and Terran, they get a bunch of links later on, maybe some switch into Roaches, but Hellions are so good in 2v2 just because you're gonna wanna mass those units, whether it's Zerg links or gate units or bio, and I mean, Hellions do good against all of those, except maybe Stalkers, but you can let the Zerg deal with those, with his Zerg links and main links. The Protoss there, and like I said, I'm really not familiar with this one, but I would expect to see a couple gate units to be safe here, and maybe some Robotech after this. Whereas for the Terran, I mean, I think Terran is the best race in team games, to be honest, just because they have Bio, Medivacs, they can heal their allies units as well, and just Bio in general with Steam Pack and everything, he's so deadly in those team games where you just need to mass most of the time. Maybe they have something special up their sleeve here. Actually, yeah, since we don't... I'm an expert mostly with Zerg and Protoss, because that's what I played almost every time I played 2v2, when I played with Red. And you have a lot of cool options, like for example, you can put a pylon there and use the spotting of an Overlord here to basically warp up the ramp and do some big aggression. But anyway, Daishi here, it looks like he's gonna go for the factory as well as Nerchio. We have Bly mining some gas. He already does this in 1v1 always with the early gases and gas tech. Oh wow, very quick lair. And second gas, maybe fast muta here. If this was Brood War, I would have said lurkers, but it is not. Real, chrono boosting 1 Stalker as well as Warp Gate. He's getting a Forge behind this. Maybe Dark Templars. I wouldn't be surprised. He goes for another pylon. And it does not look like he wants to get a quick Twilight here so far. But he's already mining from 2 gases, so DTs are very good in 2v2, I think. Especially on a map like this, like you got rocks here, you can send units here from the front, and you got rocks here. I mean, if he sends DTs on each side, I guess it would take time to snipe those rocks, and opponents would see it, but I mean, there is still a lot of options, like I said. Imagine he makes a pylon here, and then his ally scans, he can warp up their DTs like very early on. And basically cause chaos. Anyway, it's gonna be a Stargate, which is a pretty weird choice, I have to say. If you can get like 5, you can really do a lot of harass. Like you can keep on killing walkers, you really get map control, you can know exactly what your opponents are doing. And I guess if they go for some kind of turtle game here, this could be pretty good. He could really, oh, sorry about the score, I'm gonna edit this. Give me a second. I cannot make it disappear. Okay, there we go. Since there is no overlay here. And we had an overlord here try to scout, but was not able to achieve that. Actually, Phoenixes are good for both aggression and passive play. Aggression, because they will harass, you will exactly see what your opponent has. And then when you strike, you can basically lift all the important units and then shove all your low tier units and try to end the game quickly. But here, since Real is expanding, I think they're gonna take the passive option, and he's just gonna use those Phoenixes to force towers, get some scouting done, and basically defend as well if he has to. And oh my god, Bly has no idea what is in for here. They are not able to scout. They are going to scan here, and I mean, Nerchio here, he sees this wall. He probably knows their opponents. They went to turtle here. They do not want to play aggressive, but they have no idea about the tech. And we have the first 5 mutas on the way here, but I mean, Phoenixes are almost, they're out already. And for those of you who don't know, this is actually, I believe this is a best of 1. I mean, in the group stage it was best of 1. Actually, I'm not sure at all. I will ask. In the group stage, all the games were best of 1, but since this is the playoffs and semifinals, it might be different. Oh, those Phoenix here. Oh, okay, it's best of 3. Those Phoenix here are gonna start sniping a couple units. I think Bly is trying to go around here with his mutas right now. He might be able to snipe a lot of SCVs and probes here. If he can reach those mineral lines, he's gonna wait a bit. Did he see the spire? No, he did not see the spire yet. So Real. Okay, now I think he sees the mutas. He's gonna come back. No, actually he does not. They need to communicate here. He's gonna have to come back and defend this. Dayshi's units are out of position. Okay, finally the Phoenixes are on the way to crush those mutas. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts adding on extra Phoenixes here. I guess with 3 could clean this up, but he might lose 1 or 2 of those Phoenixes. We have a couple links idle in the middle of the map. And both teams, they are trying to expand here in the are there natural expansions which are near their main. Why is there just 1 Phoenix? What happened? I lost those Phoenixes for a minute, and it seems like he lost 2 of those. And he's not even trying. Where's the last one? Where do they go? Okay, he has 2 here. And wow, those Vikings here are going to reinforce those mutas. They want to put on more pressure, kill a bunch more walkers. The walker counts for the red team being Real and Daishi is 35 and 22. And for their opponent, Acer team, 31 and 32. So Acer has a much better economy right now. They're going to try to snipe 1 or 2 tanks here, but those Phoenixes are going to come in and help defend. Guardian Shield on a tank now. That's the first. Those mutas still trying to harass here a bit. They're going to be able to get this 1 tank as well. And Nerchio here positioning himself to maybe snipe this base or at least do a lot of damage to it. He's going to be bringing his Vikings there to be able to spot. And Real in a world of trouble right now. I feel like he has very little units to defend this. He's going to tell Daishi to bring some tanks here and defend this. Oh yes, he should try to leave the tank. Oh, but the Vikings come in now and we have mutas as well. Real taking a lot of damage here. He's already losing a lot of drones. And the red team right now in a really bad shape. Nerchio, nice move here. Basically using the overlay of the map to his advantage. We have Steam Pack on the way for Daishi right now. 2 more factories for Nerchio. Nerchio is going for mech right now. Those Phoenixes are going to try to counterattack here and do some damage, but I mean 3 Phoenixes, how much can they do really? Mutas trying to do some more damage here. The Phoenixes are out of position. Bly noticed it, and Bly, he made mutas work against the Phoenix opener. That's the first, I think. This is not supposed to happen. Oh, and I think Nerchio, he wants to use the back door here. He wants to take down those destructible debris and move into the main. He already sniped the expansion here. The economy of their opponent has really been weakened. Real? Where is his gates? He has 3 gates here, 1 robo, but he's made only 1 immortal so far. And he's going to be able to chase a couple of those Mutas here, sniping some of them. In the meantime, NerchIo is going to move into the main here of Real. We have Daishi positioning a tank here, trying to snipe those units, but those Mutas doing some great work all the time. They're going to come in and try to snipe the tank. They do not get it, but they lower its HP at least. And oh my god, those 5 tanks are going to do so much damage to the Gate Army composition. The Mutas are staying here in support. The army supply is actually really low for Bly, I feel, but Daishi and Real, they do not have enough here. And they are not synchronized enough as well. I mean, Real, he just moved onto those units by himself. Daishi was just sitting there with his marines and his tank. He really needed to help Real if they wanted to be able to hold this attack. In the meantime, Zergling run by in the expansion of Daishi here, and it looks like this Acer team is going to take an early on lead here with the first game. They're just doing so good in this game. Looking at the army supply, I think this is the overall supply actually. NerchIo is at 92, Bly 70, and the red team 34 and 53. Real has almost nothing left. His economy is going to be even more weakened, and I don't think they can even hold this attack. But even if they had, they were 2 behind anyway. Oh, when Immortal going to maybe get out next to a tank here. No, those Marines are going to kill this tank first. And nice Zerglings run by here. I guess they had 2 perfect wall here. And really nice use of the map overlay here by NerchIo and Bly. In the meantime, NerchIo keeps on macroing. He's pumping out a lot of tanks, a lot of Marines as well. He actually didn't even make Steam Pack. He went full mech here with some Marines in support because he has extra cash. And in the meantime, Bly, basically he hasn't remade drones. He's going to go for a macro hatch here. He's making as many Zerglings and Mutas as he can. And it looks like they held this attack in the main here, but in the meantime, in the natural, those Mutas are still keep on making damage to the economy of Daishi, and I mean, the supply speaks for itself here. NerchIo at 101 supply now, Bly 82, whereas Real is at 36 and Daishi at 45. I think they will keep throwing units. The blue team, they will keep throwing units at the red team for now until the red team finally gives up. And this should be the final push here. It's so many tanks from NerchIo. This is kind of like Boudoir. He's making like almost only tanks. He really wants to play mech. He does not get to do this too much when he plays Zerg, so might as well enjoy when you play Terran. And NerchIo played this game pretty well actually. I liked his macro a lot. In the meantime, he took a third when he had to. Not that it matters too much in this game, but the move he made here is really the kind of move that, since nobody really has experience in 2v2, can make you win games at this level. And GG is going to be called. NerchIo and Bly win the first game of this best of 3 series in this 2v2. We're gonna have the 1 versus 1 later, but first we're gonna finish this best of 3 series. Guys, we're gonna have a short break, then we'll be right back with the next game.